The Vikings find themselves with a 4-8 record currently. And in the way that this season has gone, it's crazy to be one of the worst teams in the league, with the way that the season has gone league wide. Whereas there's no true number one team out there that you can say, oh, they're the team that you're going to have to take down. As far as being a contender, you don't have that this year. So with this season being up for grabs, it's very disappointing that the Vikings aren't in it. But they're 4-8. They're going up against the Commanders at US Bank Stadium. Admittedly, I fully expect the Vikings to drop this one. J.J. McCarthy is making his return. I think they're going. I mean, you know what it is for the rest of the season. J.J. McCarthy, can you get better? Even if it's just by a millimeter compared to what we last saw. Can you just get better? Because no matter what, you're going into next season having another quarterback for the sake of a quarterback competition. You have to. Now, me, I'd fire everybody and still bring in competition for a quarterback, but Blake says Kevin Stefanski and Brian Flores together. It'd be nice. You know they're not going to do anything. The Wolves, they're not going to do a damn thing. But this is the most depressing season being a Vikings fan. 2025 Minnesota Vikings. Where were you when you realized that it was over? So as always, this video is brought to you by Sleeper. And just to be safe, I would always, for the most part in these games, choose 2 or 3 Vikings players that I felt were going to do X, Y, Z. But in this case, I'm just going to make it very simple and say that Terry McLaurin will get over 52.5 yards. More than that, especially with Jaden Daniels playing. Yeah. I can't. Oh, that's right. I got to get at least 2 players. So, McLaurin over 52.5 receiving yards. And I'll say, you know what? Just for the hell of it, Zach Ertz will also get over 39.5 receiving yards. J.J. McCarthy, can you just look okay? Look decent. Please. 4-8. Sign up for daily fantasy play on Sleeper. Get a free $20 entry with no deposit required. If you go the deposit route, get a 100% match up to $100 using the promo code Randy. Terms and conditions apply. Check out Sleeper today. Dogman says 9. You know something, Steve? What's really interesting, bringing up Jim Stapleton and Harbaugh's name? The moment that they were interviewing Jim Harbaugh, I said to myself, oh, I got to do a skit. We're about to get Harbaugh as our next head coach. Hell yeah, dude. And I did a whole ass skit, man. Under the assumption that Harbaugh was the head coach, because I wanted to get ahead of it. So that way I knew he was going to be the head coach. And when it was going to be announced that he was the new head coach of the Minnesota Vikings, I was going to slap that skit down right on the money. Just as soon as the news would come out, Harbaugh to the Vikings, bam, here's your skit. And it was a banger. And then Jim Stapleton and Kwesi and all those fat ass bums. We're afraid you don't fit our culture. What we're looking for. Be like, who cares? I win. I'm successful everywhere I go. I've been to a Super Bowl with the Niners. Won a championship. Well, at that time, he didn't win a championship with Michigan, but still, I've got the Michigan Wolverines relevant. Who cares if I don't fit the culture? Well, unfortunately, Mr. Harbaugh, the culture is the most important thing here. So with that, I'm going to have to bid you adieu. Are you sure? I said I bid you adieu. Man, I had to throw that skit in the trash and I was pissed. But, I mean, it's the evaluation process the rest of the year. Players that are already standing out, it's great. What other players can show something to at least make a case for themselves to why they shouldn't be cut in the next off season. That's where we're at right now. We just got to embrace the adversity better. That's what it is. Rel, to be honest, I don't see a firing happening at all, except maybe Chris Cooper, the O-line coach, and Matt Daniels, the special teams coordinator. Outside of that, as far as like big name firings, GM, head coach, and the entire scouting department, I can see the scouting department getting fired as well. But GM, head coach, I honestly don't see it happening until after next season or midway through next season, especially if going into 2026, if that season goes the way that this season has gone, I could see a mid-season firing next year. And it would be both. There's no way you can fire one and keep the other. It's either all or nothing. But honestly, I think the more embarrassing this gets, like say we have another similar type performance at the bank and the fans start booing like crazy, I think that's going to put more pressure on the Wolf brothers to do something. JJ says, I call him Nueve Vamos. Nueve Vamos. You know, Brian, I've thought about that. Like, you know, you're already not going to make the playoffs. You might as well try and do the best. And the fact that the ironic thing is they don't even have to try to tank. They're just a bad football team. So I hear what you're saying as far as, hey, don't win this game, get a better draft position. But at the same time, it's like if the Wolves don't do anything with the GM, it's like, okay, we get a higher draft pick, and it's gonna go to Kwesi. He's gonna make the big decision there. Ay, ay, ay. So it's like, yeah, on one hand, it's like, yeah, okay. Because where are we at? I think Takeathon has us at 10. Let me check. Offensive line is fully intact for today's game. Tankathon has us at 11. Okay. They've got us at 11 right now. We're a game behind the 5th spot, actually. A game behind Cleveland, Washington, Jets, Arizona. But, I mean, you can, the way it's looking, you can get as high as 5. So imagine if they've got the 5th pick overall. That'd be something. But then again, like, that's exciting, right? But then again, you go to the other side. Oh, Quasi in that scouting department. They're making the decision. You know? Drew Brees, color commentator for this game. Pretty soon we'll be here for Christmas. Watch party live stream. Christmas Day, it's happening. Man, we gonna have to see JJ McCarthy again. And again and again and again. For 5 more games. There we go. Spilled some. But Barry, I'm gonna tell you, man. We see anything close to what we've been seeing all year from this quarterback, from the head coach, man, them boos are gonna be deafening. And you should demand more. Like, with the sales pitch the regime gave us upon their hiring, only for us to get to this point. Mad Pack says reports are that both KOC and Quasi's jobs are safe. That is alarming if true. It wouldn't surprise me. I'm not expecting any of these dudes to get fired. Really. I'm not expecting it. Because if being a fan for 25 years of this team, first going through the Red McCombs era, and then seeing the Wolf era, you know exactly what's going to go down. This offseason, in terms of leadership, nothing. Nothing's going to happen. But, I don't know, man. I suppose it's always possible. Especially if the media keeps talking about the Vikings the way that they have. In a super negative light. It's negative, but it's also true. Shoot, you had Greg Olsen call out the Vikings. You've had ESPN. I mean, practically every. And ironically enough, this is the most you'll ever hear big media talk about the Vikings. They never talk about them. But this quarterback situation, it's been something. All right, so we should be getting ready to kick this bad boy off soon. I don't know, Mad Pack. Did they slash ticket prices for today? I mean, if that is the case, I could see why. They're not making the playoffs, so it's like, please, still come to the games. Who could it be? The Wolves would drop kick a baby. That visual. Oh, man. Would drop kick a baby if it meant we can win a meaningless game and worsen our draft pick. I just find it just fascinating, like why this somehow is controversial, or why this is just something that's clearly in leadership's face, and yet just go about it as everything's fine. I don't get it. Like the way that I know business owners operate, like most of them are usually like obsessed with being super successful, which the Wolf brothers are, obviously, but also being recognized as one of those teams. We one of the big dogs out in this piece. But to watch how the Wolves operate, it's crazy. Anyway, we're about to get this game started. Love to see all the purple jerseys out there. Oh, Anthony Barr blowing the Gallo horn today. Good for him. Miles Price, the return man. Vikings will start on offense. Price takes it past the 20, 25, 30. Breaks a tackle, gets close to the 40. Nice return there by Miles Price. As J.J. McCarthy. What do you know? He's healthy again. Which means he's back. All right. So at the 39-yard line, you've got McCarthy in the offense. McCarthy under center. Ball snaps, handoff. Aaron Jones gets about 3 yards on that play. He went up the gut there. I think he could have got more yardage if he had cut to the right side, because there was an opening right there. But got some positive yards out of it. Second and 7. Empty set formation. Empty set. Ball snaps. Throws it. Dumps it off to, who's this? Who's that? Sims. Tight end Sims. That's a first down. Or close to it. I'm stuck on this name. Sims. Yes, first and 10. Under center, Hawk in motion, handoff, Aaron Jones, and that's a nice run for about 7 yards. Ben Sims, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for Ben Sims. All right. Second and 3. Snap. McCarthy. Left. Good throw. Right on point to TJ Hawkinson. Offense is moving. And he gets out of bounds. That's a new first down for the Vikings. I mean, perfect throw. That is quite the improvement from those type of plays where he has to throw outside near the sidelines, usually off target. That one was right on the money. Pitch inside to Jalen Naylor, and that's another first down for the Vikings. Hey. And Jordan Addison did a good job blocking outside. Oh, they're not going to give him a first down there, huh? 2nd and 1. Second and 1 at the 22. Handoff. Jones gets a first down. Look at that. Commit to the run, good things happen. Let the run game set up the pass game. Hopefully they do that. They keep their eyes on what has worked this season going into next year. Game number 13. Inside the red zone at the 19. Shotgun, snap, throws it. And that's a precise throw to Josh Oliver. And that's going to be a touchdown. He did the shoulder shrug thing. 9. Daps and hugs, mean mugs and shoulder shrugs, and that's all he does. I mean, that drive right there should be like the blueprint for this Vikings offense. Aaron Jones went crazy. Got the tight ends involved. Guys that are often forgotten about by an opposing defense, especially Josh Oliver. Every throw was on target, on point. That's the first drive. Scripted drive. We'll see how it goes the rest of the game. But, I mean, that was an excellent drive. Excellent play calling. Excellent players' execution. The Vikings are up 7-0. And that's how they should have been executing all year. We did have that one game. I think it was against Chicago, part 2 at the bank, where KOC went a healthy balance of run pass. And I said, oh, maybe he's got it. And he went back to the old ways of thinking, pass, 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 defense, defense, defense. Maybe this time he'll finally get it. We'll see. But that's one drive. But just understanding what your quarterback can and can't do right now. Although, credit to him, that drive, those throws, I mean, that might have been the best drive he's had this season. I mean, that fourth quarter in Chicago, it's like, all right, screw it. Throw some bombs up and guys will come down with it. But I mean, that was a methodical drive. and excellent execution. McCarthy's jacked up. We don't need 9. We need J.J. McCarthy. Every time 9 shows up, it's not great. J.J. whipped his leg on that dot. McCown and O'Clownell can't have that. I need to see that again. I know that's a very dangerous thing to do, consistently swinging your legs around. Almost like you're a pitcher. And Deebo Samuel gets past the 35, gets close to the 40. He gets the 40, 41-yard line. There's a flag on the play. Yeah, you don't, as a quarterback, you don't want to put yourself in a position to easily get hurt. Swinging your leg like that. No bueno. Holding on the receiving team. So that return by Deebo Samuel, it's going way, way back. All right, Jaden Daniels is back. He's got a brace on his left arm. They're starting this offense off on their own 15-yard line. Got doubles, both sides, handoff, and they get about 3 yards. Rodriguez Jr. I was just wondering, I'm like, who is their running back? I know Austin Eckler isn't there anymore. When I think of the perfect mechanics and surgeons on the field, KOC and Josh McCown are my go-to examples. You remember that one season that Josh McCown went off? Throws it deep to the left, and it is caught by Terry McLaurin. And there's the catch. What did I say? Over 59.5 receiving yards? Yeah. That was a big play. Jonathan Allen couldn't quite get there. And now Commanders are at their own 42. There's pressure immediately from Jalen Redmond. Somebody got juked out there too. Was that AVG? Probably. But that one year that Josh McCown had where he replaced the injured Jay Cutler for the Chicago Bears. And then there was the question mark of, do you ride the hot hand or do you go back to your starter? I would say, man, if the Bears are smart, they'll keep Josh McCown in. As the Commanders run the ball and they get to the opposite side of the field, first down Commanders. They ended up going back to Jay Cutler, and I'm pretty sure they went one and done in the playoffs. At Vikings 41, bad throw. Intended, it looked like, for Zach Ertz. Incomplete. 2nd and 10. Commanders having Jaden Daniels having a tough sophomore season. He's been hurt a lot. Eric Wilson had pressure, but he got tripped up, or took a chip block and just fell down. Passes complete to somebody. I don't know who this is. He's a tight end for sure. And yeah, he gets about 7-8 yards. You got 3rd and 3. Oh, all the pressure went right. Jaden Daniels went left. As far as from the viewpoint of the defense, 1st down. Ball at the Vikings 31. In shotgun, you got a motion man. Handoff. Damn. For about 8 yards, there's a flag on the play. McNichols. That sounds familiar. It's going against Washington. Looks like that was a hold on. I need to get to know these tight ends' names. If I'm going to be dang. Is that Bates? Just drove dude into the ground. All right. What are these tight ends' names? Is Zach Ertz just not playing today? No, he's playing. You got Zach Ertz, John Bates, Ben Sinot, Colson Yankoff. 1st and 21, back at Commanders 41-yard line, or Vikings 41-yard line, excuse me. McNichols. All that work for a 1-yard gain. Second and 19. Zach Ertz, John Bates, Benson Wall, Colson Yankoff. Second and 19. Pressure. Oh, that was a blitz pickup by, I think, McNichols that really saved Jaden Daniels from a sack. Got a positive play out of there. And he took off on his own for a decent amount of yardage. It was something. 3rd and 14. Huge gain. Makes it 3rd and 14. Quick pass, Deebo Samuel. Wow, on 3rd and 14, Deebo Samuel catches the ball and just runs through everybody. 3rd and 14, that is a 1st down. That is crazy. Again, just not being in the vicinity. And even if they are in the vicinity, they struggle to tackle the ball carrier. Another 3rd and long. Handoff. Can't tackle. 1st down and more. And McNichols. Oh no, Rodriguez Jr. Who is this dude? Chris Rodriguez Jr. Gets all the way down to about the 3 or 2 yard line of Minnesota. Can't tackle. That is pathetic. This is really the struggle of the defense. I mean, bend but don't break, but damn, man. First and goal. Handoff. Gets to the 1 yard line. 2nd and goal. The 1 yard line. Wow. Ball snap, play action, bootleg. Daniels goes out to his left and throws it to Mall of America. Sailed past the back of the end zone. It's going to set up 3rd and goal. They really had an O lineman go out there and Coleman. That's a KOC type of play. Third and goal. Snap. Good protection. Jonathan Allen got the pressure at the end. Daniels had to toss it up. Complete. It's going to be 4th down. Yeah, he got double teamed there too. And then once he took off to the right, Allen was able to release off the engagement and have an open field to just close and close on Daniels. Results in an incomplete. Looks like they're going to go for it on 4th down. Don't necessarily blame them. Oh, they go in KOC mode here. Shotgun, throws it, incomplete. Pass intended for Deebo Samuel. Hey, Cliff Kingsbury, what you doing, man? What, 4th and 2? You do a shotgun? So it's not just KOC? There's more? Oh, man. Oh, KOC's like, man, I wish I had the opportunity to do that. 3rd down, throw it to an offensive lineman. And then 4th down, shotgun, empty set. And of all people, you throw it to Deebo Samuel. Dude, making him the wide receiver 1, or not wide receiver 1, obviously that's Terry, but making Deebo Samuel your wide receiver 2 after the year that he had is crazy. Let's see how many drops he's got this year. KOC is jealous right now. He's like, all right, I'm about to incorporate that. So, after all that, 0 points allowed. Bend but don't break. Where how many drops he got? Come on. Well, he's got 3 so far before this game. He had 6 last year with the Niners. Oh, the Arthur. We're going to talk about Josh Metellus when the time is right. When the season's over, there's a ton of names that I've got ready ready to launch off on. Especially with the cap situation next year. I mean, shoot, during this commercial break, we can just get straight to the point now for the breakdown and everything at season's end. $26. Oh. Unless you were to make him, I mean, you make him a post June 1st cut. Even still, it's like you only save $610,000. Damn, his contract is structured in a way that he's going to be on the team next year. Handoff, Jordan Mason. Nice patience on that run. Got a couple of yards. Got some space. It's going to be 2nd and 6. Second and 6. Super tight formation. Handoff. All right. To KOC's credit, they did attempt to run the ball. But Bobby Wagner, I forgot he's still in the league. And I believe this is his 2nd or 3rd year in Washington. Nice play. They tried to run the ball, but it didn't amount to nothing. May have been a loss of a yard. No, still 3rd and 6. So at this point, you want to play. I mean, unless JJ McCarthy can do this, we'll see. Ball snaps, pressure comes, escapes it, and he wow. Okay, man, he almost got sacked for a safety. Brushed it off, took off running up the middle, and dove for a 1st down. Very, very impressive. Look at that. That man. That almost that was almost a disaster. That was CJ Ham too with the last second block on the would-be sack man. And now it's a new set of downs. Handoff, Jordan Mason for about 3. At their own 15-yard line, 2nd and 8. I mean, this is looking very familiar to that Michigan offense. Not just in terms of like running to set up the pass, but the formations as well. Tight knit formations, tight ends. Okay. Now this is what I'm talking about. It's just a matter of, can the head coach stick to that core plan? Yeah, Joey. Let's see if it lasts the whole game. That's fair. I'm not proclaiming anything. All I'm saying is right now, this is the type of offense that they need to run. And in those reps where McCarthy gets passes off where he needs to throw, like that's how he gets his reps. That's how he gets better without putting all the pressure on him, which was the case to start the season, where it's like, all right, you're gonna, you're our new Kirk Cousins, you're our new Sam Darnold. Get out there and sling that thing, but that's not a recipe for success. But this offense, where you're running the football effectively, setting up the pass, go over the stats right now. Distribution. I mean, McCarthy has 4 attempts and 4 completions. The rushing game, 7 attempts, 4.1 yards per carry. Like that's the offense you need to run and stay committed to. Now, if he gets better, if that's when the progression starts, as there's a quick pass to Jalen Nailor. Hey, how good has Jalen Nailor been this year? That's a first down. But assuming he shows progression through this style of offense, that's when you can then start to open things up. Because then he'll have true confidence that he knows that he can make plays beyond just this type of offense. But this is what he needs, baby steps to get better. Play action. Oh, now we're getting into KOC. We're getting into KOC territory. Back-to-back passes. Now, the first one worked. Got you a first down. But KOC's like, all right, let's turn this baby up. Got hit as he threw. I don't think it would have mattered anyway, because that ball sailed. Second and 10. All right, they're going to throw it again. In shotgun, well, maybe he'll hand it off to Mason. He does. Oh, Mason gets a first down and a couple of more yards after that. Second and 10. I'm going to say about 12, 13 yards right there. Okay. Now that's some footwork. That's vision. That's footwork by 27. That was easy for him. So you get yourself out of that second and 10 jam. First and 10 at the 35. Handoff, Mason. Tough yards. About 4 tough yards right there. They're going to credit him with 3. So second and 7. At the 39. Snap. McCarthy looking around. Good protection. Moves around. Now wow. That's okay. So that's a bad rep from 9. Because he had good protection, and I mean, I'd like to see the coverage on that play. Because did he have an open man or did he panic? Either way, he took off running and ended up taking about a loss of 1. 3rd and 9. Snap. Sends it. Nice pass to Jalen Nailor. Hey, man. Hey, Jalen Nailor. Hey, man. That's going to be a 1st down. So far, by my count, McCarthy has only had 1 bad pass today. So far. First and 10. Okay. Ball approaching midfield at the 48. Handoff, Jones. Good blocking. It collapsed after he got about a yard. I thought he was going to get more than that, but he gets a yard. It's going to be 2nd and 9. For 9. And T. Higgins just mossed the hell out of somebody in Buffalo with the snow falling down too. Second and 8. Second and 8. You got doubles both sides. Ball snaps. McCarthy dips away from the pressure. And eventually it got to him as he took off for no gain. So, you had, who was that? I think that was Addison in the middle of the field he had open. So, yeah, step up, but if you can, I know that's a hard thing to ask for, maneuvering around pressure, but keeping your eyes down the field. But that's stuff that the good quarterbacks are really good at. Hell, they even practice that. All quarterbacks practice that. Where they're getting hit by like foam pads, whatever, but they're, still looking for that read. So it's 3rd and 8. McCarthy throws it. And wow. Jordan Addison came down with it. Hey, McCarthy's having a good game. You can't deny it. Wow. Maybe could have been a little bit of a better throw, but listen, man, this guy, especially on that play, he got a clean pocket. Sometimes he brings the pressure on himself where he just holds on to it forever. And then, the O-line can only hold up for so long. But that right there, that was good. All right, there's there's the screen. That never works for this team. So Justin Jefferson, that's going to be a loss of about 2 yards. Second and 12. I don't like that play. Pitch outright. Aaron Jones, he's lucky to get no gain on that one. Why are we deviating from simple handoffs? Like, why is it that like half of the runs by Minnesota, they have to be doohickey plays? Like they wide pitch out right or left. Like, come on, man. We say run the ball, hand the ball off. Like this extra sprinkles you got to add on top is just pointless and stupid. 3rd and 12. Ball snaps. McCarthy dumps it off to Jets. Jets gets a 1st down inside the red zone. Took what the defense gave him. You had 9. And it took 2 players to make that happen. 9 times 2 is 18. Justin Jefferson. Hey. Oh, not inside the 20. Just outside the 20, but they're inside the 20 now. After the handoff run to Jordan Mason. Gosh darn it. Mm, mm, mm. They are at the 12-yard line. Handoff. Mason gets about an inch away from the first down. Just want to do a check with y'all. Is the sound still good? My sound card looked like it's acting funny. But as long as y'all can hear it. Third and 1. Me Panther, sound is fine. Okay. Mr. Popzilla says maybe don't fire everybody. No, I still stand by that. Third and 1, handoff. Mason gets out left, and that's going to be a touchdown. Vikings go up 13-0 before the extra point attempt. And I mean, that was just too easy. Run the football. And I mean, going back to the distribution, 10 passes, 14 runs. I mean, this is the offense. This is the offense we need to see. Like moving forward. I mean, I know you win this game, kind of messes up your draft position, but then again, look who's going to be in charge of the draft picks anyway. Like, all signs point to the Vikings screwing the draft up again and getting maybe one good player out of the whole thing. So update the score. That was nice. That was real nice. Okay. Official Poke-chan or Poke-chan. This just proves how incompetent KOC has been for most of the year. Like I said, I think it was that game against Chicago at US Bank where he unleashed the Michigan-style offense and ran the ball. And even though they lost that game, I mean, I thought KOC finally figured it out. The question now is, will KOC figure it out to say, okay, this clearly works. We got to stick with that. Or will he just go back to what he's always been doing? where he's like, oh, that was crazy. Let's go back to my Disney style offense. Who knows? If you're good at the run and keep running it, good things happen. Who would have thought? Yeah, absolutely. But no, this doesn't change my stance on KOC and this regime. Now, if you can do this the rest of this season, exactly what you're doing right now, where you let the run set up the pass, makes things so much easier for McCarthy. And if you can show that you can carry that into next year, if you don't get fired, then okay, I'm off it. That means that KOC has improved as a play caller. I'm not saying all that after one game. But he is calling a good game so far. All right. At the 24-yard line, Commanders in shotgun. Ball snaps. Play action. Ooh, ball got batted at the line. Looks like that was AVG. Mickey says, see, told you so. You've been so hard on him and KOC. What's the matter with you? Explain yourself. McCarthy is playing fantastic. He's having so far. All right, come on, man. Let's not do this. Let's not do this. He finally shows up and so far is having a complete game from the very start. We got to see how it goes the rest of the game. But don't get on here and start talking shit. Hey, what do you got to say about him now? By the way, KOC has been a shitty play caller for almost 4 years. He has one good game so far, and give him credit for the Chicago game, part 2, at US Bank Stadium. So we'll say 2 good games out of his whole career where he's called a good game offensively where his players haven't had to save him. And we out here, oh, what are you going to say about him now? He's still got to prove himself. Shit. Jaden Daniels takes off. Come on, man. 4-8. Oh, and he's having a good game. Oh, well, that's just perfect. Sign him to a 10-year contract. What are we doing here? Stop it. All right. So 4:18 left in the first half. Well, yeah, class, tackles are still difficult to make for this defense, but you know, it's they're doing what they need to do in this game. That was crazy, man. What you gotta say about KOC now? What, after 4 years, he has 2 good games? Oh, man. Trying to clap back. This is not the flex that you think it is. All right. AJG, I mean, that's see if that's a good counterpoint. AJG says KOC looks worse, actually. He should have been doing this from the start. Jesus! Testify. So no, KOC isn't off the leash. He looks worse. This does make it look worse. I didn't want to take it that far. But I can admit, this game, this is what they should have been doing all year. They've seen this man in practice. They know how bad he can be. I guess better late than never, but woo. First and 10 at the 21. Handoff. Jones. Nice work. Gets about 5. Second and 5. Handoff. Jones again. Look at that. Got about 3 yards. It's going to be 3rd and 2, but it's 3rd and super manageable. Actually, the linesman is saying 3rd and 1. 1 yard away. Run first offense. All right, well, we're in shotgun. Oh, boy. Okay. All right. Handoff. Okay. A direct handoff. Even in shotgun, it worked out. 1st and 10 for the Vikings. With just under, well, almost 2.5 minutes left in the half. And I mean, it's working. Yes, the Commanders are a bad team, but they hand it off again. Aaron Jones gets about another 5. They're going to take this thing down to the 2-minute warning. This is the solution. Something we've been screaming all year long. You need to design and execute an offense based off of who your quarterback is. And this is excellent play calling, excellent player execution, excellent game management by McCarthy. This game is going by quick, though. Probably because the Vikings, I don't even think they have a 3 and out yet. Have we even seen Ryan Wright? I don't think so. Because normally it's 3 and out, stupid play calling, passes, and then incomplete that stops the clock. But you're running the football effectively. I mean, your first 2 drives, you've scored touchdowns. Defense got a turnover on downs, and then they got a punt, forced to punt their last possession, a 3-and-out. And then, the way the Vikings are playing right now, they are in total control, chewing up clock. And even just for a comparison's sake, the Vikings have had the ball just about double the amount of time that the Commanders have had the ball. Commanders, just under 10 minutes. The Vikings, 18 and a half minutes. Each having 2 possessions. This is the way, man. Like it has to be clear. It has to be clear from this point on what you need to do. And I know this is a bad team they're facing. The Vikings are also a bad team. And got to get a pre-snap penalty off. Because why not? So that was what? A false start. Snap. Oh, bad at the line. That was just a good play by the defense. Third and 11. Ball snaps, pressure gets to him, and he gets sacked. With 1 minute and 51 seconds left to go, the Vikings just ended their first bad drive of the game. And that was Will Fries on the initial let-up. That false start really put the Vikings in a tough situation. Oh, Von Miller. He's on the Commanders. I forgot he was in the league, man. And then I would see him once in a while in a Buffalo jersey. Like, he's still in the league. That's crazy. Commanders get the ball. They're going to start at their own 32-yard line. Yeah, Ryan, one bad drive. It does happen. Shane, I was just thinking that same thing. That was man, that was the 2015 Super Bowl, right? Broncos, Panthers. Von Miller was that dude. But yeah, man, this is one of those. I mean, I know we can say it's too late into the season because they're not going to make the playoffs or do anything. But I mean, dare I say, this at least gives me some sort of speck of hope because it's as clear as day how this team can be successful on a week in, week out basis. It's just a matter of if the head coach recognizes that this is the way. Instead of, oh, that was cool, let me go back to my old ways. Like, and I'm fearful that it will go back to the old way until he shows otherwise. I think if he were to keep this up the rest of the season after this would be what, 4 games left? And then obviously the second half, then it's like, all right, maybe we have something finally. It only took 13 weeks for the genius mind of KOC using Professor X's cerebral machine to formulate this. What a hero. X2, X-Men United. Cerebro. First and 10 at the 33-yard line of Washington's. In shotgun. Quick pass. Got pressure immediately too, but got the pass off to Terry McLaurin. Got 6 yards on that play there. I mean, better late than never, I suppose. Second and 4. Ball snaps. Ooh, pressure. AVG got there again. Or was that Harrison Smith? It looks like that was... Oh, that was Hitman. That was... I just saw 2 white arms and thought it was AVG. That's... my bad. Hitman. With the distraction. Jaden Daniels, wow, low throw, but it's completed to McLaurin. Man, that just consistent pressure. So that's an incomplete, forced and errant pass by this defense. And man, just consistent pressure on Jaden Daniels. Ball snaps. And, oh, pass is complete behind the line to Deebo Samuel. Heat Grim demonstrating just the sometimes sad hot takes that get out there. Acting like they didn't just win 13 and 14 games and he won Coach of the Year. I mean, the fact that he won Coach of the Year, that's good for him. In the playoffs, the team chokes. And that's something you cannot deny. But at the same time, when I give credit when credit is due, y'all love to do this whole thing. You KOC stands love to do this whole thing of, yeah, see, you're so whiny. Look what he's doing right now. Yeah, at 4-8. And I still give credit, saying he's doing a good job today, and hopefully he can carry this over the rest of the way with this quarterback. But that doesn't matter to y'all. That doesn't matter. Pressure got to Jaden Daniels on 3rd down. Forces a 4th down, 4th and 12. And, 22 seconds left to go in this half. Ooh, Miles Price. I like the attempt. I like the effort. It's crazy. JJ McCarthy stands and the KOC stand. I told you. Told me what? Be loud as hell. Off of nothing. All right, so 17 seconds left. Likely going to take a knee here and take this thing into halftime. Gee, I appreciate that. Happy holidays to you and yours. Oh, man. The stands are out in full force right now. Told you we have a rookie quarterback. It takes time. You don't want to hear that, though. There's a difference between needing time because you're a rookie and needing an extra layer of some sort of motivation because statistically in the last quarter century, he's been one of the worst quarterbacks. Actually, the second worst quarterback. Only in front of Jamarcus Russell. What are we trying to accomplish here, man? What? You didn't want to give him time. I say if he doesn't improve the rest of this year, you got to bring in some competition. This is crazy, man. Giving the man his props. Him, the quarterback, and the head coach. And we got everybody coming out. You see? What do you got to say now? Huh? Like, really? Oh, this is not the flex that the stands think it is. We are at halftime. And for the halftime report, if you constantly find yourself in the middle of the night waking up, tossing, turning, struggling to fall asleep in the first place, then the Manta Sleep Mask Pro is for you. It's flexible, it's breathable, it's comfortable, and it stays cool to alleviate those restless nights. With the Manta Sleep Mask Pro, you get a total blackout No light gets in. Wearing this right now, can't see a thing. The cooling materials keeps you nice and comfortable all night long, even if you're a hot sleeper. And these memory foams fits on your face pressure free. Go to mantasleep.com where you can find the Manta Sleep Mask Pro and check out all their other sleep masks and accessories. Use my code RANDY to unlock 10% off of your purchase. As far as the halftime report is concerned, as I mentioned earlier, man, this might be the best all-around game that the Vikings have played so far. Now, there's still a second half to go. We'll see how that works out. And I know the Commanders are a bad team, but the Vikings are also a bad team. So two bad teams going up against one another technically counts as a competitive game. But I think the switch to the run game, now that there's been, at least for this game, we got to see if it continues the rest of the way. But, I mean, this offensive game plan is exactly what the Vikings need. It is exactly what J.J. McCarthy needs. That's what he did in college. That's what made him successful and helped him win a national championship in college. And I think if you keep up with this style of play calling and really commit to it, it's one of those things where, I mean, McCarthy has been, in the limited throws, he's been great. I think he has one missed throw, two missed throws, 9 for 11, 99 yards, but you got 79 yards on the ground. You got a touchdown from McCarthy in the passing game and from Jordan Mason in the run game, averaging 4.2 yards per carry. To throw it just 11 times, he's on pace to throw it for just 22 times in the game. And I think that's right where he needs to be. Need to see some sort of progression. We're seeing it right now. We're like, almost every throw was just wildly off target. He's had just one of those throws today in the first half. That's major improvement. Did Daniel Jones snap his Achilles? Did he? I mean, that would be a major blow. Because I believe he signed only a 1-year deal. And he's playing for that next big contract similar to Sam Darnold. Let's see. Let's get an update. Daniel Jones. Oh, so non-contact, fell backwards. It was an awkward position to even be in. He's slamming his helmet. That is not a good sign. Oh, boy. Oh, man. Oh, and the way he's walking off. He couldn't even walk that far. He had to sit back down. That's a tough scene, man. On his way to a big payday. Now they got to go back to the Anthony Richardson playmaking or lack thereof. I feel bad for Daniel Jones, man. Hopefully it's nothing too serious, but that looked really serious. It looked bad. Still think we need to include more quick passes, but KOC is allergic to slants. We saw, hey, earlier in the first half, we did see a slant to Justin Jefferson, and he got a first down. But yeah, that's a very good point. That you want to see more slants. And to be honest, if you're going to call the game that you've been calling so far, The receivers are going to have to accept the fact that they're not going to get as much action as they did with Sam Darnold and Kirk Cousins. But it'll be for the betterment of the team overall and just take advantage of the opportunities that you do end up getting. Oh, man. Daniel Jones. Tough to watch. Defense is playing well, obviously. Up 14-0. I mean, the Vikings have been dominant all game long so far. NJ Nick, I've admitted I was wrong about Bo Nix. But in my defense, though, like, Bo Nix is all right. He's okay, which is a far cry from J.J. McCarthy as far as up until today's game. Bo Nix is all right. He's got, like, the best defense in football. He's got good weapons. He's got a solid run game. He's the Broncos aren't winning because of Bo Nix. He's a nice complementary piece of what they have. But at the same time, Bo Nix, I was wrong about him. I thought he was unplayable. I thought that anybody that drafted him in the first round should be fired. Let's get some updates around the league, too. Bo Nix is solid. That's a lot better than I thought he would be. Are the Dolphins making a comeback? Are they going to... I don't know how the AFC picture is, but are they going to sneak their way into the playoffs? They're up 21-7 on the Jets right now. The Ravens, oh my gosh. Steelers up 17-3 on Baltimore. Tight game in the NFC South. Bucks up 10-7 on New Orleans. Indy's down double digits to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Of course, the bigger issue is Daniel Jones. Looks like he might be out for a while just based off a non-contact injury. The way he looked trying to walk on his own power. Couldn't walk very far. Tennessee, they are up 14-10 on Cleveland. And Falcons Seahawks in a barn burner. Falcons up 6-3. Bengals up 21-11. What is happening to the Buffalo Bills this season? Bengals up 21-11 in a snow game against Buffalo. But so far I am shocked at what it is that we have witnessed so far with this team in the first half. Keep it up. Keep it up the rest of the season. And again, I know it's draft picks. I mean, one thing is that if you're worried about the draft position of the Vikings, especially in the first round, they've got the Cowboys next. They've got Detroit in 2 weeks. Or no, they've got Detroit in 3 weeks on Christmas Day. They've got the Packers again to end the season. Like they're going to lose some more games. And not only that, but number two, why you shouldn't even stress out over the draft position of the Vikings is because of the person in charge of making those draft picks. I swear this team could have the #1 overall pick next year, and Kwesi would draft a punter. He'd draft a long snapper. It's Kwesi. It's crazy that it's Kwesi. Luke says we need to get Trey Lance. Nah, man. Nah. If you still find yourself in a position where you need competition at quarterback or a legitimate backup quarterback, nah, Trey Lance ain't it. Reg says, or he would move back in the draft. He would do something dumb. That 2022 draft was a precursor to everything. I remember doing an emergency live stream during that draft when that trade happened, and they selected Lewis Seen. I said no. A lot of curse words were used then. Mac Jones, I wouldn't be opposed to it. Sure, why not? I mean, that pass to Josh Oliver for the touchdown, that was, and again, just reinforcing the point that he's had one bad throw today. And that's off of what, 9 total or 11 total throws. Jaden Daniels had 16 attempts. So let's say if McCarthy had 16 attempts, so 5 more than what he actually had in the first half, it would have been more chances for him to fall apart and revert back to what he has been for the majority of this season. It's low numbers, but I think obviously it's working. You're up 14-0 as the Commanders get to, it looks like the 30, either the 30 or around the 35. Oh, it looks like they're, okay, so I was way off. They're around the 23. They're at the 23-yard line of Washington's. With McCarthy, less is more until he gets better. And then you can go into that KOC stuff you like doing, KOC. Handoff. McNichols gets about 4 yards. We got 2nd and 6. Got a man in motion. Not sure who that is. Ball snaps. Pressure. Grenard. Another almost sack. And another almost sack. This one by Jonathan Allen. He ends up escaping that too and ends up getting a couple of yards out of it. The almost sack kings of the NFL. Grenard. Allen. You're right there. Oh, he ended up getting like a yard out of it, actually. All right. Third and 7. Snap. Ooh, throws it deep right. If there's a flag, that's going to be offensive pass interference. Yeah, Fabian Moreau. There's a flag. Nah, no. Let me see it again. There's a flag. It's going to be against the Vikings. Why wouldn't it be? But let's see that again. Good position. Oh yeah, yep. It's legit. Fabian Moreau. Terrible play. Got contact. Well past 5 yards. And then caused the receiver to trip up and fall. Yeah, you can't do that. All right. You got fullback / tight end in motion. They run the ball and get 5 yards out of it. Jaden Daniels was just holding his arm with the brace on it. Second and 5 at their own 44. Handoff. Man, had a gap there on the right side that he just squeezed through. So they're going to mark him a yard short, Rodriguez, of the line to gain. Third and 1 at the 49. Well, they're going to get flagged for too many men on the field. There's no flag right now. There's a fumble, and is that LDR with the recovery? There's the flag. Never mind. That's not going to count. That's not going to count. Too many men on the field. It looked like Jonathan Allen was trying to get off and just couldn't in time. That's crazy, man. These types of penalties are just stupid. So that was a free play. It's going to be first down for Washington. First and 10 at the Vikings 46. Handoff. Rodriguez gets about 3. Second and 6. Ooh, Grenard got a good jump on that one. That pressure got there quick. Eric Wilson on the other side. Pass intended for Debo falls incomplete. And that looked like a drop by Debo, which wouldn't be surprising. That's what he does. Third and 6. Grenard Can't get there. Takes off on his own. It's going to be short by a yard. Jaden Daniels, 4th and 1. Nice work by Byron Murphy Jr., the initial contact man. 4th and 1. They're going for it. 10 seconds left. Stay disciplined. Don't jump. Play action. And wow. They get the pass off, and it's complete. That was almost too easy. To Zach Ertz. 1st down. Someone jumped at the line, and I thought they would have a chance to bat it down. Was that Jalen Redmond? Oh, they're not showing it. Oh, the zone defense. Yep, that was Jalen Redmond. I thought he had a chance, but just a little bit too wide in positioning. First and 10. And, man, that is, I don't know who that is, but the running back, pretty sure this was his first rep. Got about 6-7 yards. It's going to be 2nd and short-ish. 2nd and 3 to be exact. Handoff, and he is tackled for a half yard. So we got another 3rd down. Third and 3. At the 19-yard line. Shotgun, trips left, snap, throws it, and it is, too wide. Too wide. That is going to be incomplete. It's going to set up 4th and 3. Fourth and 3. Oh, they're going for it. Hold on to your butts. Snap. Quick pass. AVG. And it's intercepted with a batted ball and then came down with the rebound. Gets it to the opposite side of the field. It looks like he got it to the 30 of Washington. Vikings ball. Hot damn. What? AVG. That is incredible. I mean, that's... If AVG was a Mortal Kombat character, that would be his finishing move. Just an interception off the edge. Finish him. Do. Let's go, man. He's good for one of those once a year, at least. Ryan says, pictality. I could never do a finishing move on Mortal Kombat. I tried all the combinations of blah, 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 and Never worked. Wow. So they're let me see exactly where they're going to get the ball at. Yep, at Minnesota. Wait. No. Okay, yep. Okay. We were right the first time. Ish. I said Washington's 30. They're at Washington's 29-yard line. A 41-yard return. Good stuff. That's what I'm talking about. And I think this goes back to the offense. Like the way the offense has been run today, to where they're up and put the pressure on Washington to try to keep up while draining clock at the same time. Plays like that happens for the defense, where they start forcing stuff and Daniels was down for a second in pain getting up. But then you force the opposing offense to do extra stuff that they normally wouldn't do. And that resulted in a turnover. Justin Jefferson with the screen pass. Man, that looked like it was about 10 yards. There's a flag on the play. They're going to mark it as a 9-yard gain. It's a flag on the play, probably against the Vikings, because why wouldn't it be? Vegas Vikes, could you imagine if KOC simplified the playbook and focused on the run? They're saying holding. Oh, so the penalty is offset because there was a holding call on both teams. If he simplified the playbook and focused on the run since the beginning of the season, he was ruining JJ's progress, and it shows. I mean, I think it's better late than never, but I mean, the thing that I need to see next is that he's committed to this style of offense. Like, will he be committed to this offense? Hands the ball off, gets about 2 yards. I need to see that. Because, I mean, so far, this is shaping up to be the best game of the season for J.J. McCarthy. Shaping up to be, we'll see. Believe it or not, this is their first possession of the second half. Throws it. Okay, so it wasn't completely off target. Could have maybe found a better read right there. Pass intended for Justin Jefferson is incomplete. Sets up 3rd and 8. Oh, he got as his arm was coming forward on that pass, his arm got hit by a defender. That's what may have thrown it off a bit. Just a wee bit. Third and 8. You want to see something from, well, there's a bad throw. And that's incomplete. Let's see if it got hit again. No, just good coverage. And even still, that would have been a tough grab for TJ Hawkinson. Just a low throw. So that's what, 2 bad passes from McCarthy today? Will Reichert with the 45-yard attempt just gets it through the left side of the right post. Vikings up 3 scores, 17-0. Score update. So far, so good. That last drive, I don't know why we didn't. Was that a pass drive? Well, they did run pass. Would have liked for them to have ran the ball on second down there. But, here we are. Run, pass. Defense. Yeah, they got to get back to running the football. Draining clock. I mean, hell, 7 minutes left in the third quarter. Let's hope that drive was a one-off. Let's just hope that this isn't one of those moments where KOC goes back to his old ways. Marcus Mariota will be coming in. Jane Daniels got hurt on that interception play. Still in the tent. And it's going to be a touchback. So, for the Vikings defense, this should be, I don't want to say easy, but this should be a quick stop. Should be. Ball is at Washington's 20. Handoff. And I like the fight and trying to get a fumble out of it, to force a fumble and hopefully get a recovery. That was about a 4-yard gain, I would say. Maybe 5. It's funny, the first half went by so quick. This second half so far is a bit of a drag, but play action. And pass is complete to Deebo Samuel for a first down. Shane, are you sure about that? Says Grenard will get there this time. I don't know. That's been the trouble all year with 58. Can't quite get there. When it comes to sacks. Ball at the 35-yard line of Washington's, handoff, and you had a missed tackle there by Eric Wilson in the backfield, but either way, it's a minimal gain. 2nd and 9. Ball snaps. Throws it with confidence, and it's intercepted! Second interception of the day by Minnesota by Harrison Hitman Smith. Vikings get the ball back. It'll be 1st and 10. Woo, buddy! Let's go! Let's see how KOC runs this drive. Two interceptions on two different quarterbacks of the same team. Eric says, how was this team in the NFC Championship game? Well, Jaden Daniels stayed healthy. He had a much better supporting cast. And I think they really just screwed up this offseason. Plus, he's been hurt this year. So, staying healthy with talent around you that can help you out goes a long way. But that roster right now is not great. I think in some ways Washington actually failed Jaden Daniels this past offseason. All right. Shoot. We got like 5 minutes left in this third quarter. We still got another quarter to go. 4:57 left in the third. I'm gonna be locked in on KOC's play calling for this drive. What are you going to do? Kind of feel bad for that arena football team we're playing. Nah, they did that to themselves, man. Outside of Jaden Daniels getting hurt, missing games, play action. All right, we want to throw it. And he completes it to Jordan Addison. And that's going to put them in the red zone. Woo-wee. Hitman with that cut up. Inside the red zone at the 17, handoff. Jordan Mason, nice footwork. That should have been a play for a loss. Instead, he got about 7 yards. And there's a timeout called by the Vikings. First timeout of the half. How many passing yards for JJ now is the question. 119. 10 for 14, a buck 19, and a touchdown. Jaden Daniels, man, this defense put a hurting on him. 9 for 20, 78 yards, and an interception. 2nd and 4. At the 12. Pitch right. Mason gets outside. That's what he needed. Gets in goal territory. So the Vikings get another first down. First and goal. Vegas said, Randy, I messed up starting Washington's defense in fantasy. I don't blame you for starting Washington's defense. I don't. At all. Play action. And that's a wide open Josh Oliver. Josh Oliver with his 2nd touchdown of the day. Oh, snap. Let's go. I mean, this is without a doubt, barring something catastrophic happening the rest of the way, this is without a doubt the most complete game of J.J. McCarthy's career so far. I'm late to the game, just got home from a family meal. What have I missed, Randy? Good, bad, and the ugly. I don't think there's much ugly or bad in this game. I don't think. It's been mostly good because KOC has called a super balanced offensive attack in this one. Actually, went more of a run-first offense, 22 attempts on the ground, 15 pass attempts. They've really switched up the offense for this game to where J.J. McCarthy can be comfortable like he was in Michigan. Defense has been playing well. 2 interceptions, 2 different quarterbacks, Mariota and Daniels. They played a really good game today. Update the score here. Josh Oliver, touchdown number 2. McCarthy looks really good in this type of offense. Now the question becomes, will KOC keep up this offense or will he revert back to what he has been for his career outside of today's game and the game against Chicago, where I thought he called a really good game despite a loss offensively? Keep up this offense or go back to your old ways? That's up to the head coach. They return it. Deebo Samuel. Looks like he got Looks like he got around the 20. So that's going to be a tackle for a loss. 2nd and 11. We say run the ball to set up the pass. It just takes unnecessary pressure off of McCarthy's shoulders. Unnecessary pressure. Oh, Dallas Turner got held. There should be 4 flags on the field right now. They really didn't call anything? Okay. That's BS. Look at this. They're showing the replay on the left side. Dallas Turner got beat, and then the left tackle like held him from behind, like grabbed his inside shoulder. But no flag, because why would there be? By the way, your soundboard isn't working. Can't hear anything from it. Oh, please hold. Test. Test, test, test. Test. Let me try to fix it. See, some people are saying we can hear you. Maybe I need a new soundboard. That's crazy. I'm going to try it one more time. Test. All right. There. Okay. Now it looks like it's Is it working? Looks like it is. Okay. Ay, ay, ay. Technology. It's great when it works. When it doesn't work, it's tough. It's frustrating. Oh, yeah, we talked about slants earlier. What happens when a stoppable force meets a movable object? Can you imagine how well this offense could work with Jim Harbaugh as JJ's head coach? Well, I mean, in KOC's defense, if he's going to call plays like this from this point forward, might not need Jim Harbaugh. This is the best McCarthy has looked all season because of this play calling. Now, it sucks that it took 13 games to get to this point, but I think the next thing is, will KOC stick with this, what's proving to be successful for McCarthy, for your first-year starting quarterback? JJ trying to prove he not a bust. Love you, bro. Love you too. Angry Vikings. Angry Viking 94. Can you hear me now? Doing the old Verizon commercial as Eric Wilson gets the sack on 3rd and 11. What could have been if KOC just called a more run-heavy ball control offense? Yeah, this type of offense, this play calling, this team, if they had done this from the beginning, I mean, they'd be a playoff team. They would. And McCarthy would have had far more progression. He would be a much better quarterback right now, opposed to like where he is, which this game he's really solid. This is the best game of the year of his career. He'd be progressed even more so than what he is right now. Now we pray, and that's the big point. Now we pray KOC gets the hint with the play calling. Success. We got a whole nother fourth quarter. Oh man. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, so an angry Viking, you're saying the sound effects don't work. Is that true? The sound effects don't work this whole time? But you can hear me talking. Do I have that right? Did no one else hear the sound effects? Ah. Luda says, Luda says, bro, we're playing the Commanders. Yeah, the Vikings are also a bad team. Bad team versus bad team equals competitive football. And then, I mean, the way that they were playing before this game, it's like, who could the Vikings beat, realistically speaking? And that included the Commanders, but this is a different team in this game. Oh, they couldn't hear the sound effects. No. I might need a new soundboard. Ah, that's annoying. Rebel says, what sound effects? Oh, I've been sitting here pressing buttons for no reason. I don't know what the hell has happened to this soundboard. It's all right. I'll get a new one for next week. Spammers, get your ass out of here. Mad Pack, I appreciate your sound has been fine all stream, but no sound effects. That's And AJG says you see him pressing the buttons, but it doesn't work. That's just so weird. I'm gonna just get a new one. Don't even sweat the small stuff. Skull Viking Shane. Skull. I would press a button, but apparently it doesn't work. I'll do my own version. Vikings at their own 36. McCarthy. Why are we passing? Why are we not running the ball? Well, he ran the ball right there. Wasn't a designed run, but KOC, come on, man. Zach Ertz in pain. Does not look good. He's crying. Damn. So they got to get one more playoff before we get into the fourth quarter. Prayers up for Zach Ertz and Jaden Daniels. Aaron Jones gets a 10-yard runoff. All right. Oh, they're going to give him 9 yards? That's BS. Fine. That's a first. Really? Whatever. 2nd and 1. All right. Taking this thing into the fourth quarter. All right, all right, all right. Mm-mm-mm. I can't believe the sound of. I've been playing the sound effects for probably 2 weeks with no sound coming out at all. That's crazy. Come on now. Said run the Michigan offense. I don't know if Dane says we are so back. A little too late, but I mean I'm hoping this sparks something, man, going into next year. Nisa says I don't think I've ever heard a sound effect the last 2 weeks. Vikings confirmed the Broncos are huge frauds. I'm telling you, man. Bo Nix is better than what I thought he would be, but he has probably the best all-around support on a team. And that's why they're successful. That defense is crazy. Handoff. Jones. About 4 or 5 yards. And in fairness, Vegas Fight makes a good point. Says they have a much better coach. Fair. First and 10. Play action. Picked up the blitz. Throws a deep strike. Ooh. To Justin Jefferson. Pass is incomplete. Why are we doing this? Just run the ball. Aaron Jones with the nice blitz pickup. I'm surprised Jets didn't catch that one. 1-on-1. But defender made a good play. Got his hand in between Jets' hands. 2nd and 10. Aaron Jones balling. Gets another first down after a tough run. Aaron Jones getting back to his Green Bay days. At least for one game. Inside the red zone already. Play action. Oh. Wow, Aaron Jones broke through that. No way. There's a flag on the play. All right. Got too excited. Too excited. Is that against the Vikings? Because that was a inside screen that KOC likes to do, and it should have been tackled for a nice loss, but it's a flag against Washington. But anyway, Aaron Jones broke through 2 tackles in the backfield, what should have been a loss, and he may have gotten a first down off of that. Oh, an eligible player downfield. So these two will offset. There's a penalty on both. What? I don't know what just happened. They say first down. Yeah, so that play. Oh, roughing the pass on J.J. McCarthy. Soft, but that's how football works. I mean, I'm pretty sure that was offsetting penalties, but I don't know what happened. Now it's 1st and goal. So, okay. At the 9-yard line. Pitch. It's a run. I hate the pitches, but this pitch was great. As far as the results, got about 7 yards. Should be 2nd and goal at the 2. Offensive line is playing their buttocks off. Second and goal. You know what? Give Jets a pass. Play action. No, he's double teamed. Oh! No, go down. Please, for the love of God, don't get your ankle hurt again. JJ was double teamed that play. Oh, boy. Third and goal. Ball snaps. Throws it. Oh! Addison was open briefly, but I don't know if he dropped it or if the defender just made a good play to get the arm around Addison. That technically was pass interference. He bumped him in the back. But whatever. 4th and goal. I don't even mind them going for this. Screw it. Why not? You've been dominating the whole game. Can we get Jets a touchdown, please? 1. And guess they're going to call a timeout to avoid the delay of game penalty. Well, I mean, this game revealed a lot. That J.J. McCarthy can be successful in this league with the right coaching and the right system. The typical KOC system is not going to work for this guy, but this adjustment of plays that we've seen today, that's exactly what McCarthy needs. 4th and goal. I don't even care if they go for it. Go for it. Sure, why not? TJ Hawkinson and a touchdown. Man, my sound effects don't work. That's when I play the Joe Buck Minneapolis Miracle call. Touchdown! Unbelievable! Vikings! Bam! 3 tacklers, and they all ended up in the ground. Best game of his career, J.J. McCarthy. No doubt about it. Touchdown! Unbelievable! Vikings! I'm going to get a new sound card. I don't know why this. Maybe I'm going to see if I can find a better one. Because that's ridiculous. I've had this for a year. $31 to nothing? Are you kidding me? Gotta update the score again. We are 6 subscribers away from 20K. That's crazy. 31 nothing. Six subs away? Really? I mean, it took us long enough. But this is what needs to happen. This is what always needed to happen. But you got there. You're here. That's great. And it shows that it's not. I can honestly say, like, I will give respect to KOC, especially if he continues this type of system. Because what we saw today, the play calling, this wasn't the KOC system that we've seen his entire career being a head coach. This is holding yourself accountable and recognizing, like, we all make mistakes, man. You go to a new job, you're gonna F up a couple of times, but if you keep doing it, eventually you'll get fired. This is the time, and we hit 20K. We hit 20K, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, God, I don't even know what to say to that. If you can, oh, man. Thank you all. I am at a loss for words right now. And for this to happen on a game like this, where maybe, just maybe, this team can get itself on the right track heading into this season, because I'm telling you, the way this season, or heading into next season, because the way this season has gone, I'm like, this dude is never going to change. He's not going to change anything. And he has made a complete 180 in this game. All he has to do is keep it up. Don't go back to the old KOC ways next season. But for that to happen on this type of game, man, I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful for each and every one of y'all. We did it, man. Can't believe it. All right. Can't get soft now. Oh, I am so thankful. 31-0. Under 11 minutes left to go. An angry Viking 94. Smack those beers tonight like stone cold. Congrats, man. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you all. That's crazy. Daniel says, congrats. Hey, it's you guys, man. It's you guys making this all possible. On a day like today, where it's like you don't have you don't have to. I don't think I cursed once. Oh yeah, the Commanders, they ran with somebody, got a first down. Doesn't matter. Dumb white guy, love you too. Thank you so much. Thank you all for making this all possible. Quasi still needs to get fired though. I don't want him having any control over this upcoming draft or free agency. I'm telling you, the Vikings, they needed this game. They needed this game. Not just to get their mind right, but just to show that you can do this. It's very possible. It is so possible. Will you stay committed to what you've done today? That's the question, man. Almost got sacked there. Mariota, he gets hit from Eric Wilson for about a 2-yard gain. Congrats, Randy, from Vegas Vike. I remember subscribing when you had 8K followers. You have overcome a lot, and you deserve the 20K, man. Still fire Quasi, absolutely. Still fire front office, all of them. Every single last one of them. KOC, I need to see this one more game. I need you to show that you are committed to this. This is your quarterback's best game of his career. And it's so obvious. Stick with it. If you stick with it, I'll back off. I'll back off. Vegas Vike, thank you so much. Apparently, the Vikings defense got another turnover. Javon Hargrave has the ball. So let's see what happened. Marcus Mariota, Hargrave with the forced fumble and recovery. You take the suffering, Steve says, out of being a Vikings fan. Congrats. GOAT. Run, pass, defense. Oh, my gosh. Oh, man. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. In a happy manner, too. Like, I'm glad it didn't happen from, like, yelling at the team and, like, doing all this and being pissed off. Like, I'm genuinely in a good mood. because of what we've seen today. Like I said, the draft pick, that's whatever to me because Kwesi still has control over it until he gets fired, which he still should get fired. But like this, I would never have imagined that this head coach would have the self-awareness to make a change. He was ruining this team. Players were getting pissed off. But now I think this brings everybody back. This brings everyone back if you can show that you're committed to this plan. I mean, this is the best. This is the best game. This might be the best game of KOC's play calling career. It might. Just got to see more of it. And it's certainly J.J. McCarthy's best game of his career. Like, I fully admit, you keep this up, head coach, you got it. Because it shows maturity above all else. That you're actually willing to do whatever's necessary to win football games. Not just talk about it, but do something about it. Joker, my man. Congrats, Randy. KOC, do this the rest of the season. Charles with the super sticker. I appreciate you. We are at 20K. Wow. Under 8 minutes left to go. At the 17-yard line, hand the ball off to Jordan Mason. Gets about 2.5 yards. Charles Scotty, thanks again. This is, I mean, it's not just the win, it's how they won. And this we might end up looking back at this game right here. Go like next season, assuming they continue this type of offense, we're going to look back to this game as the birth of potentially something special. I don't know what that special is, but whatever it is, if it's special, we're coming back to this game. December 7th, 2025, home game, US Bank Stadium against the Washington Commanders. This game right here. Hey, you know what? G-Mac, he may have had a talking to. Somebody may have gotten in his ear. I don't care what happened. Pass complete to Ty Felton. Oh, snap. For a first down. But this is what I've wanted to see. I mean, seriously. This wasn't crazy. This wasn't trying to go over the top with the offense. This wasn't. I think he got cute on one drive. But outside of that, no, he's playing to win the game. There's a flag on the play after the Jordan Mason run. Joey, happy birthday to your mom. Luke, that's fine. Like, I'm not saying I'm a believer either. I'm just saying, if anything is going to change for the better, for the long term, for this team, with this head coach, this may just be the start of it. It might. We got to see it more. No doubt. But this is cinema. This was beautiful to see. Absolutely. Hand it off to Xavier Scott for a yard. Second down. Laura Lee, what's happening? Second and 9. Oh, Super Skull, they're not going to the playoffs. You don't gotta worry. He says 2% chance to make the playoffs. Let's go 9-8. Nah, they're not gonna make the playoffs. But then again, the way that this season has gone, not just for the Vikings, for the league, like there's no clear-cut number one team that's like, oh, they're the ones, they're the team that you're gonna have to take down eventually. There's none of that. Not the Bills, not the Chiefs, not the Ravens. NFC side, like the Rams, they got off to a hot start. I wouldn't say that they're part of it. I mean, it's like this is literally anybody's season, but they're not going to go. They're not going to go to the playoffs. I'd be shocked. Who knows? Playing like this, every game, play action, sends it, better throw. But Addison couldn't hold on to it. That was, I mean, that was a good throw. Could have been better, but it was good enough. But you know what? What's the count on bad throws this game from McCarthy? My count is 2. Just 2. Normally, it's every other throw is a bad throw. But this game, 2? As Xavier Scott gets a couple of yards on 2nd and 10, I've got 2 bad throws. So then, in that case, that would be 2 bad throws out of 22 total pass attempts. And the touchdowns are just a byproduct of how well of a game that he has played. It's no coincidence that he has now played the best game of his career so far with this type of play calling. It's no coincidence. Xavier Scott, tough catch and run, may have gotten the first down, and it doesn't matter. Under 3 minutes left to go. That's a good question. Addison dropping passes. It's been a problem for him this season. I mean, I don't know. Maybe in part it's because of bad quarterback play most of the year. That, like, now that he's starting to get passes, like perfectly placed passes, and even the touch, they're not dart throws that he's throwing every single pass. I think when you're a receiver, rhythm is important. And because it's been so chaotic at the quarterback position, the receivers, they just haven't been able to get on that rhythm all year long, to where now they're getting passes that are placed right where they need to be. And it's almost like, oh, God, I forgot what to do here. And Phil, that's perfectly explained better than how I just explained it. Has to develop chemistry with the wide receivers. Hasn't been able to do that with his performance before, and the fact that he hasn't been healthy and durable, so he's in and out of the lineup. That Please, I don't want to get hurt again because I'm starting to believe in this team. That this year it's 2% to make the playoffs. They're not going to make it. But next year, this is where it's keep it up the rest of this season. Win or lose, this is how you play. That's fire Quasi still. Get him up out of there. That front office, fire all of them. The whole lot of them. KOC, you might have me back. You might. Don't F this up. Mm, mm, mm. I can't believe what I'm witnessing right now. That, and we hit 20K. Wow. Yeah, GMAC, that's the only thing. That's the only thing. This is the best coaching performance of KOC's career. Without a doubt. But can he stay committed to this offense? All that other stuff you were doing in the past, you can get away with that with Sam Darnold and Kirk Cousins. But this is what you need to do for this roster, this quarterback. Not only that, with KOC, this is the best performance of J.J. McCarthy's young career. Man, F them draft picks. You need to fire Quasi before any... Fire Quasi and I'll be excited about the draft. That is... I am blown away by this team right now. I what a great all-around day. Because I was expecting more of the same. But this might be the start of something. Might be the start of something. 31-0 is the final score. Ladies and gentlemen, we went over 20,000 subs. We got there. Post-game vid coming up.